Lines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust, serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson, celebrating 25 years of commitment to Guam, Micronesia, and the CNMI. Cars Plus Hyundai, home of the Kona electric vehicle, an electric heart with an SUV soul. Test drive yours today at Cars Plus. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it, and King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Coming up on this Labor Day newscast, we hear from the U.S. Secretary of Labor with a message for the people of Guam. Plus, thousands of students head back to school Tuesday via distance learning. A federal court ruling is clearing the way for people on Guam to gain access to medication abortion through telemedicine.
Hafa and good evening. Today is Labor Day, a day when we celebrate the achievements and contributions of the American worker. And while the pandemic continues to have a negative impact on the workforce both here and in the States, U.S. Secretary of Labor Marty Walsh offers a Labor Day message of encouragement and thanks to Guam workers, especially our frontliners. He spoke exclusively with KUAM's Nestor Lecanto.
Hello, Mr. Secretary. First question, I wanted to see if you had a Labor Day message for the people of Guam.
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you for having me. And to the people of Guam, I want to just say happy Labor Day. I want you to I appreciate what you've done. This has been a tough 18, 19 months here that we've all been putting up with. I want to just us to remember the essential worker, the first responder, the nurse, the doctor, the medical staff, for the work that they've done, not just this past year, but over the past 19 months, keeping us safe and healthy and food on our table, going to work every day during this difficult time with the pandemic. So happy Labor Day to everyone.
Mr. Secretary, the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program has been a godsend for thousands of workers on Guam. We are a tourism-based economy, so many of them lost their jobs or are currently in reduced hours. What is the likelihood that the Congress would extend the KUA program or anything similar to it?
Well, I know that's a question you'll have to ask them. I know that Secretary Yellen and myself have written a letter to governors to let them know that in places that need to extend the unemployment benefits, that they'll have the ability to use the American Rescue Plan as far as after Monday. And I know that some congressional folks have expressed interest in having a conversation around what happens after that. So I think that that's something that will be discussed in the weeks ahead.
Going forward, what is your recommendation to state and territorial labor agencies as far as programs to help workers get back to work, or maybe make the shift towards those jobs that might be open?
Well, certainly the Department of Labor, we're focused on that. We have money in the budget for displaced workers, relocation of workers, and we're working right now across this country with the territories and with the states on crafting programs and moving forward. We also have the infrastructure bill that the president filed, both the bipartisan infrastructure bill for physical infrastructure and also the CARES economy infrastructure bill, where there's also additional ability for job investment. So we're working on those as well. So I would suggest to anyone that's watching today, if you have not made a contact to the Department of Labor, you should contact our ETS so we can have conversations about programs that might need to be crafted towards Guam.
What do you think will be the biggest challenge going forward?
I think the biggest challenge right now really is the pandemic and getting those numbers down, the Delta variant, and worrying about other potential variants that happen. I think that, we saw great growth here in the country. In the last 3 months, we've averaged 700,000 jobs. Last month, we did over 1 million. Really keeping our economy moving forward and keeping the investment. I think those are the biggest challenges that we have right in front of us, and keeping people safe and healthy and alive, quite honestly.
And finally, sir, what do you think is the biggest impact to labor by the pandemic?
The fear. I think fear of the American worker. I think that's why a lot of people still haven't returned to the workforce. Fear of their public health and fear And that's why, the vaccine program that President Biden rolled out was so important, that when he did that, really to get 70% of Americans with at least one shot. Now we got to get everyone with the second shot, the ones that need two shots. If we can get into the 90% of America vaccinated, that will change our country, and we will be able to at some point have the pandemic behind us.
U.S. Secretary Marty Walsh, U.S. Labor Secretary Marty Walsh, thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you, Nestor. Thank you for having me today.
You can now be fined if you don't show proof of vaccination or lie about having been vaccinated when entering certain businesses covered under the governor's executive order. Public Health and Guam Police will actively be enforcing the provisions of the order, which requires covered establishments and contact sports verified vaccinations. Covered under the EO are businesses like restaurants, bars, movie theaters, boat cruises, sporting events, fitness centers, and dance studios. For individuals, the first offense is a fine of $100. Thousands of GDOE students officially head back to class via distance learning tomorrow. But what if your child doesn't have a computer or laptop? Isaiah Uggan reports.
If your child or children have yet to receive a laptop from their schools, the Guam Department of Education is encouraging parents to contact their teachers to be excused from classes. Students won't be excused from their first day of online classes if teachers are not contacted by parents, according to GDOE officials. 100% of GDOE students are scheduled to resume classes tomorrow online after Governor Luvian Guerrero suspended in-person instruction for pre-kindergarten through the 12th grade over a week ago due to the rise of COVID-19 cases on the island. While laptop distribution is ongoing at all 41 GDOE schools throughout the week, parents are assuming that they can get a laptop automatically. However, that is not the case, and parents must apply for the device in order to obtain a laptop. To apply for the equipment, parents and guardians need to contact their children's respective school for specific instructions, procedures, and pickup schedule. Parents are also encouraged to register for the community learning centers at their preferred school site. GDOE noted that schools will accommodate students who are late in their attendance for online classes tomorrow due to either delayed pickup of devices or access to community learning centers. Reporting for Guam News Network, Guahusi Isaiah Uggan.
It may have been a three-day weekend, but folks over at the Guam Department of Education, along with parents, were busy discussing how distance learning will be carried out for students with disabilities once school resumes tomorrow. Tyler Matanani has more from Saturday's GDOE Community Input Session.
On Saturday morning, the Guam Department of Education held a virtual input session to address support and services for students with disabilities. Tips for parents were given on how to cope with stress and empower their children to engage in the realities of life amidst the pandemic. Emotional Disabilities Program Division of Special Education, Natasha Perez.
We can support our children and adolescents in building resilience by engaging, being honest, sharing facts, providing emotional safety, not making any assumptions, trying to understand by empowering them, and monitoring their media consumption.
As the department goes back to distance learning, families and teachers are once again faced with the challenge of providing quality learning to students with disabilities. Acting Assistant Superintendent of Special Education, Tom Babelta, explained that they'll have to tweak some of the individualized education paths.
There are going to be those unique cases that require a little bit of tweaking. So in those cases, we're going to be looking at making some amendments, and that's if the IEP can only partially be delivered. And if definitely we know that it does not translate over to an online version of learning, then we're going to need to revise.
Parents are reminded to take advantage of the MiFi devices and laptops provided to the schools for students to support distance learning. You can contact your child's school for more information. You can watch the full input session on the GDOE Facebook page. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Tyler Matanani.
As a reminder, GDOE's Grab and Go meal distribution kicks off tomorrow. The free meals are for both public and private school students ages 18 and below. The meals are being distributed at the sites listed on your screen. They will include breakfast and lunch. The limit is 5 bags per car and is on a first-come, first-served basis. The Grab and Go distribution is from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Reventax is still accepting applications for the All Rise program. As of close of business Friday, almost 30,000 applications were received, a majority of which were filed online. Reventax is working to assess the total amount due so far. The governor has capped her All Rise program at $30 million, but if additional money is needed, she is committed to identifying more funds. Stay tuned. We're back with more news after the break.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
Do you feel like you're missing out on something? Make life more rewarding with Pacific Points. Earn and redeem points for bill rebates and free load at IT&E, discounts on fuel at Shell, vouchers at Foodies, and United Mileage Plus miles. You can even pay with Pacific Points at IT&E, Shell, and Foodies. Pacific Points. Do more, get more.
We found out in May of this year that our son had a rare medical condition, and he could not seek the treatment he needed. Our specialists recommended that we travel, the only means of travel was via air ambulance.
I can honestly and truly say that Cabo Select Care is really the healthcare that is always there for us.
GovGuam employees and retirees, enroll now.
Hi, my name is Justine Chu.
Jim Pamplona.
Alexis Sablon. I'm Minami Kramer, and I'm a GTA youth leader.
Because of GTA, I was able to go to Interlaken, a summer music camp over the summer, and I'm very, very grateful for that opportunity.
It helped me pay for my college tuition with a scholarship.
Benefits, including a free phone and a year free service.
If you're someone who wants to inspire others, help others, and become a better person, this is for you.
Become a GTA youth leader today.
100% truck, 100% Jeep. Experience next-level off-roading on your new Jeep Gladiator, the most capable off-road midsize pickup truck crafted for adventure, equipped with best-in-class towing capacity, legendary 4x4 Jeep capability, and backed by Guam's only lifetime powertrain warranty. Drive home in a 2021 Jeep Gladiator today, starting as low as $315 per paycheck during Jeep Adventure Days. Visit CarsPlusGuam.com to get pre-approved online today. Terms and conditions apply. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Taco Bell is so good and so cheap.
I know, right? I wonder why.
What if they know we're broke? What if they're trying to be the good guys?
Ah. Thanks, Taco Bell!
It's a special delivery to your inbox every week with your KUAM News Roundup, program advisories, and promotions. Sign up for the weekly KUAM Digital Digest today on KUAM.com.
Welcome back. A federal court ruling is clearing the way for people on Guam to gain access to medication abortion through telemedicine. According to the ACLU, the preliminary injunction issued in the District Court of Guam allows patients to receive government-mandated information before an abortion from their physician via telemedicine without having to make a separate medically unnecessary in-person visit. This decision follows a partial settlement secured by the plaintiffs in early March. A lawsuit was filed by two physicians represented by the ACLU and local attorney Vanessa Williams. KEPCO and Samsung Inc. America have been granted until September 28th to file their response to a lawsuit filed by the AG's office back in August. The AG last month took the companies to court seeking damages after they failed to implement their Guam EPA-approved erosion and sediment control plan for their solar farm project in Mangilau, which led to environmental damage in the area, including to Marbo Cave. A company based out of Singapore is suing the Guam Football Association. The lawsuit is centered around the GFA's hosting of the 2020 Asian qualifiers for the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 matches. International Sports Partners was granted the exclusive commercial and media rights of the Guam national team's participation in the games. However, due to the pandemic, the final match in March of last year between Guam and China was delayed and then moved to China. GFA is accused of breaching its contract with International Sports Partners when it then sold the rights to another company in China. The Singapore company is suing for $800,000 along with attorney's fees. A 34-year-old man is accused of wielding a machete at a woman in Jigo on Saturday. He told police he thought she stole his chain when she moved out. Ramsey Mazawa admitted to approaching the woman but didn't intend to harm her. The victim, however, felt that he was trying to cut her when he allegedly swung it toward her head. Mazawa faces charges of aggravated assaults, reckless conduct, and assault. He also has a prior conviction for assault. Sports is next. Stay tuned.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Moss.
You can count on me. You can count on me for life. Just a good life, creating those better days through each and every phase. Keep your roots in the ground. Don't need to worry, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa. You can count on me. You can count on me for life. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
像一场梦境，让我惊喜不已，直到有感觉，眼睛满溢深情。This magic moment, so different and so new, from the end of time.
New crispy almond chicken breast. For a limited time, only at Panda Express.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. With me tonight on the show, Ayana Regis, who attends Cardinal Newman High School out in South Carolina. You're on the cheer team for high school, and you're also on the cheer team for your club team, where you guys have had a lot of success. So let's talk about, first off, making it onto your high school team as a freshman.
That was actually pretty exciting. I feel like it's a really big part of my high school career, and it'll help me get into college better. We won state 3 years in a row, and we're very competitive. But this year the team is smaller, but that still won't stop us from winning. And I feel like this year is going to be really great with my team that I have.
Competing in the Worlds for cheer, it was an invite-only competition for the highest levels in cheer, 3 to 7. Worlds were for 6 and 7. Your level 6, how you're able to contribute to your team with your skill set?
You have to really work hard to manage your skills, and you have to actually attend practice, because I feel like if you don't attend, then you can't contribute to the team. And that's just a really big part of being on a team. You have to attend and work hard.
You've played 2 seasons now with your AAU team. You were averaging 15 points a game this season. And you're looking to try out for the high school basketball team. For this short period of time that you have taken on basketball, really gotten better throughout the 2 past seasons.
I feel like my chances are in the middle, because I worked really hard and I'm still continuing to work really hard. So if I just keep that up, then I'm pretty sure I can make it. And with my with being able with being coachable, I feel like that really helps a lot.
Being an honor roll student and enrolled in honors classes. So how important is school to you, and why do you take so much pride in, you know, the way you do for sports and academics?
I take school very seriously because if you don't have a C or higher, then you just can't play, which really sucks. And also, you need to maintain grades to get into college. And I really want to play like college sports, so I'm really working hard on my grades. And it's really like nice being on like A honor rolls.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
Building on the past, we at Docomo Pacific Business believe in helping businesses move forward and together, changing the way we get things done to make you and your company reach your highest potential. Trust in our commitment to bring you the best solutions for all your business goals. We are Docomo Pacific Business. Let's work better together.
This is a bag, but for Steve, this bag gives him food cred. Because now everyone knows that when they have that craving, or they're just looking for the perfect deal, well, they just need to follow Steve.
Follow him all the way to the new McTerry Deluxe at McDonald's. It's an all-beef patty smothered with teriyaki sauce topped with lettuce and tomato on a sesame seed bun. For a limited time, price and participation may vary.
Half a day. As we look ahead to a brighter tomorrow, Matson's commitment to Guam and Micronesia remains stronger than ever. While the world around us is ever-changing, what remains unchanged is our commitment to you, our customers, and the island communities we serve. Shipping is what we do best, and serving our community is at the heart of everything we do. But we don't do it alone. This is why we support organizations that make caring for the people and the environment a top priority. We know that many count on Matson's lifeline services in the Pacific, and that's why we continue to work hard to ensure that our shipments remain on time all the time. Matson recently added another Aloha-class vessel to our schedule. We now have two of Matson's largest and fastest ships serving Guam from the U.S. West Coast and Hawaii. With our new state-of-the-art vessels, we stand ready to support the region's economic recovery. Thank you for the privilege of serving you for the last 25 years, and you can count on Matson to be here for the next 25 years and beyond.
Welcome back. Tonight we feature Pyology as one of the many businesses on island that is Guam Safe certified by the Guam Visitors Bureau and carries the WTTC Safe Travel Stamp.
Guam Safe and WTTC Safe Travel Certified Program Showcase is brought to you in partnership with the Guam Visitors Bureau.
Hafa, my name is Keone McDaniel and I'm a restaurant manager for Pyology Guam. We always put our guests first, both local and tourists, to create a safe environment so they can come and create their favorite comfort food, pizza. That is what is most important to us. It is a testament to the hard work that we do to keep our restaurants clean day in and day out while providing quality ingredients for our guests. Being Guam Safe certified and having the WTTC Safe Travel Stamp is a reminder to our customers that they can feel safe and comfortable when visiting our restaurants. We are constantly following the ever-changing safety protocols that are being put in place. We sanitize our stations and our dining rooms constantly. We ensure our staff keeps themselves and the food safe by constantly washing our hands, by wearing our face masks, and doing our part to stay vaccinated.
Guam Safe and WTTC Safe Travel Certified Program Showcase is brought to you in partnership with the Guam Visitors Bureau.
And before we wrap up the show, everybody's favorite part, Jason Salas with your birthday shout out.
Guys, it is Labor Day, so happy birthday to May Duarte, who the only labor she should be doing today is blowing out those birthday candles, and it's this beautiful woman's birthday, so let's celebrate her with all that she has blessed us with. This birthday shout out says, happy birthday, May, and your family and friends say, we love you plenty. May, we are so very fortunate to have you as a member of our island family, and we celebrate you today. Happy birthday to May. Please be safe and have a great day.
And that's it for Prime Time. Stay tuned. Up next, Joan with Extra. We'll see you tomorrow morning for The Link.